What's going on, everyone? So there's some Jarrett Allen rumors kind of going around the internet, right? A lot of headlines of the Lakers targeting Jarrett Allen, or that Jarrett Allen could be the piece that the Lakers have been looking for, right? You see Anthony Davis playing with Team USA, playing alongside Bam Adebayo, and it's like, dude, go get this guy a versatile defensive big man to play alongside, and let's go win an NBA championship. What are we doing here? Lakers would have the best defense in the league. They'd be literally unstoppable, right? That's kind of the sentiment that's going around. Now, look, Jarrett Allen would make a ton of sense for the Lakers. His versatility on the defensive side, slot alongside Anthony Davis, good luck, right? It's because it's not just about like having a big man to defend, right? If you slot Rudy Gobert alongside Anthony Davis, like, yes, they would be very good defensively as far as like a duo protecting the rim. But it's not just about having another guy be able to protect the rim. It's about the ground that Bam and Anthony Davis cover. Right? So it's not just so much about having a big booty down, just blocking shots and, stopping everything in front. It's about having a guy that can be versatile, that can have this kind of in and out changeability from a big man perspective. And Jarrett Allen fits that beautifully, right? His ability to move and defend in the pick and roll, be able to defend and block shots and defend at the rim, be able to defend smaller guys, bigger guys, right? That defensive versatility, the help on the glass and rebounding the basketball. Plus, he's a guy that has very good efficiency when he does get the ball around the rim, right? So it does make a lot of sense to kind of pair those two alongside each other. And if there is a world in which the Lakers can acquire Jarrett Allen, go do that, right? Whatever it takes to go do that. But hold your horses, because there's a couple things. If you actually read the articles that are kind of circulating recently about Jarrett Allen, because look, Jarrett Allen to the Lakers has been something that's been kind of rumored for a month or so now, right? Because back in even the playoffs, there was talks about how the Cavs are probably going to get off of Jarrett Allen because they weren't very happy with him not playing through his rib injury, right? Which I defended, right? Because it's one thing to play through injury. It's another thing to play through an injury that you really can't when you're a big man, right? It's easier. Depending on how severe the rib injury is, right? No one should really be playing through that because there's all kinds of different things that, the ribs could go and poke and could just be a disaster. But particularly for a big man whose responsibility is to bang down low with other big guys, and he's getting elbowed and hit in the ribs, and he's got to defend the basket, so he's all exposed and vulnerable. I defended Jarrett Allen in that regard, but the Cavs weren't very happy about that, and supposedly the Cavs were going to put him on the trade block. Then you heard the words that, hey, the Cavs, they don't want to trade the core four guys, right? That they fully expect Donovan Mitchell to stick around, that they're going to sign him to an extension, and Donovan Mitchell and Jarrett Allen are BFFs, right? That Donovan Mitchell, if he signs an extension, does not want Jarrett Allen to be traded. And Donovan Mitchell signed an extension. So I would imagine that there was some level of dialogue to like, hey, we are considering trading this guy. How do you feel? Now, that doesn't mean that they won't. Look at like Toronto, right? You had Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan who were like the bromance that everyone wishes that they had, right? And then lo and behold, Donovan Mitchell ends up getting DeMar DeRozan ends up getting traded, and they end up winning a championship, right? So for the right package, for the right trade, I could definitely see maybe Donovan being like, okay, like this does make us better, so fine. But is that package really with the Lakers? I don't think so. Right, because the Cavs aren't a team that's, yes, they're young, but with Donovan Mitchell, they're trying to win now, right? So, like, what pieces could the Lakers give that make sense in the realm of, like, oh, we can win now? Now, maybe you could work out a 3-team, right? So, like, Jeremy Grant. So, according to the reports that have gone around recently, let's start there before I jump ahead too far, right? So, the reports were basically two guys from The Athletic just throwing out names of people that would be interested, right? And it wasn't so much so that like, oh, the Lakers are going to go trade for them or that they're in talks to trade for them or anything like that. It was just, hey, kind of like, it'd be like when I'm on a live stream and you're like, hey, what about this guy? And I'm like, that would be great. Yeah, if the Lakers could go and trade for that, that would be awesome. It was one of those things. Again, if you read the article, it's just kind of sounds like two guys mentioning names, mention Darius Garland, mention Jarrett Allen as two guys that would be a big splash, because that's what the conversation was about. Like this big splash that the Lakers have yet to make. If they could get a guy like a Darius Garland, or if you look at what Anthony Davis is doing, if you could go get a Jarrett Allen, the reports kind of just feel like, man, this would be fun, rather than something where it's like, oh no, this might gain some traction. Right? This might be a trade. Like Jeremy Grant, Walker Kessler, Wendell Carter Jr., right? I know Jeremy Grant isn't a big, but these are names that we know the Lakers have actually had dialogue about. Have the Lakers called about Jarrett Allen? Possibly, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that's a real feasible target. That's a real feasible solution for the Lakers, right? Because I'm already seeing comments. I've already had comments from people that are like, go get Jarrett Allen. That shouldn't be that difficult. It probably is the hardest person to trade for out of everybody, because again, the Cavs are going to want a very specific package. And in that same article, they talk about what Cleveland would look for in exchange for a Jarrett Allen. Now, what they want is a versatile floor spacing big man. Do the Lakers have one of those outside of Anthony Davis? Right? Or they want a legit 3 and D wing, which, again, the Lakers don't have that. They have Rui, who is a 3, and minus the D, pause, right? And then Vando, who's the D, pause, minus the 3, but they don't have that together. Now, could you work something out to where, maybe you're working out a 3-team trade with a Blazers, and maybe Jeremy Grant is going to the Cavs, and Jarrett Allen is coming to Lakers. That could be a possibility, but, big but, the Cleveland Cavaliers rejected a trade for Brandon Ingram. Now, could that be Brandon Ingram wants a max contract? He's not worth the max contract? Could that be that, they're concerned about Brandon Ingram's health and injury history, right? Brandon Ingram's price is incredibly low right now, right? So it could be that maybe that's just not who they want. Maybe they'd want somebody. Maybe if they could get a Jeremy Grant and then some, right? Maybe they could get a Jeremy Grant and then another piece. Maybe that would make sense for them. But realistically, you're going to have to give up probably all of your assets, which, okay, like Jarrett Allen, I like him, his youth. Him and Anthony Davis would be quite a pairing. Does that make us a bona fide contender? I don't know, right? I mean, again, Bam and Anthony Davis look very good together. But Jarrett Allen is not Bam Adebayo, right? Like, Bam is a very specific player. There are very few, if any, in the league that are even comparable to him, right? So it's a lot different when Bam is probably best at the 4 than he is the 5. And you add in Anthony Davis, and you got that pairing, you got that duo, and Bam's ability to stretch the floor. Like, there's a lot that goes into it that Jarrett Allen and Anthony Davis would have. Jarrett Allen isn't this, like, elite. He's not Karl Anthony Towns from three-point range, right? Like, again, he's a guy that, yes, would him and Anthony Davis work well together? Sure, right? I do think that that'd be a very good, fun, fascinating pairing. And that would be something that I think would make us a lot better, right? I don't want to, discard that. But again, can we put a package together that's enticing enough for the Cavs? Cavs aren't going to want a bunch of Lakers picks, right? But could we use those picks to maybe leverage? If there was a way to Jarrett Allen, it's probably through 3-team trades. And then hopefully the Lakers could pick up other pieces, right? Maybe the Lakers could get another piece or two, right? But ideally, it probably, like, in a perfect world, you probably pull something off to where you get like Jarrett Allen and say, Dorian Finney-Smith, and then Cam Johnson's going to a team like the Cleveland Cavaliers, and then maybe you're giving up, maybe they want like a Rui or something. right? So maybe you're working it out to where, again, this is just off the top of my head, but like maybe they're like, oh man, we could really use Rui, would be nice off the bench, slot him at 3, slot him at the 4, cool, we could go with that. Bring in another 3-and-D guy and a Cam Johnson, or again, maybe it's where you're working out a big thing, right? Where maybe Wendell Carter Jr. is going to the Cavs and you're getting Allen, and then they're getting, like, if they still want D'Lo, maybe they're getting D'Lo, and maybe you're just doing this musical chair thing, and then, Orlando's getting some picks or something. Maybe the Lakers are giving up, because, again, you got to give something to get something, right? Are you giving up, like, a Dalton Connect? Are you giving up an Austin Reed? Like, what are you giving up beyond that is the question. But I don't know how much weight I would put into the Jarrett Allen rumors. It doesn't really sound like it's anything more than just like, guys talking about like, oh, it would be cool. Again, I could be wrong. Again, Jarrett Allen has been linked to the Lakers since the beginning of the offseason, right? So is it possible? Of course, right? You never know. There's a lot of trades that just come out of left there. You're just like, whoa, like that went quick, right? Like, I mean, even DeJounte to the Pelicans, right? Like that went quick. It was like, wow, okay. Like, so you never know, right? Right now, it could just be like an idea. And then next thing you know, we get close to the season and all of a sudden that idea becomes a real thing. It's always a possibility. You never know until it actually comes to fruition. But it is one of those things that I think is, wishful thinking. I think it's kind of like, hold your breath a little bit type thing. If it happens, great, right? If the Lakers pull off and land a Jarrett Allen, let's go. That's money for me all day. Let's do that, right? Like, that would be great. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. I pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you like the idea of adding Jarrett Allen first off? Think him and Anthony Davis, like, yes, that's the piece you need? Do you think, like, no, stay away from it? Again, take the reports with the grain of salt. A lot of, like, oh, Lakers are targeting Jarrett Allen and stuff. And maybe they are. Again, maybe they are. But the original report that kind of stemmed these rumors, all like were Shams and I can't remember who the other guy is off the top of my head, but basically two guys that were just we're having a conversation about like, oh, these guys would be great, right? These would be the kind of splash that the Lakers need. Darius Garland, who he said he doesn't want to be traded, so he's probably off table, and then Jarrett Allen. So it's more likely than not that the Cavs they're just going to run it back. I don't think that they're going to make, now, maybe at like the trade deadline, right? If the Cavs are kind of like, we're probably not winning it this year type thing. If they're like, the 5th seed or something, do they go, hey, maybe let's try to make a splash, and then maybe the Lakers could pull off a Jarrett Allen trade or something. But even then, it's like the Cavs aren't a team that's like, oh, let's take all the Lakers picks, right? Oh man, let's take Dalton Connect, right? Like, let's get this young guy that we have to develop a little bit, right? They're going to want guys that can make an immediate impact now. So my guess is it's a 3-team trade if something like that was to happen. If you want me to explore some of those, I'm always down to talk about it, right? Just fun conversations. So let me know down in the comments if you want me to, maybe do a little exploration and potential trades and deals that maybe make sense for all parties in the Lakers land Jarrett Allen. But again, love your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. So we enjoy these types of videos. Truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.